Hey, so I just got here. This place is absolutely insane. There are bikes everywhere.
It's about a 12-second gap. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go, gentlemen.
There's lots of people everywhere. I'm getting nervous now. This is a little scarier than I thought it would be. I did want to show you guys something I did on the bike. I added some more water on it. Here, let me show you. So I did order the bracket from Cruise Bike where you can put 2 water bottles behind the headrest. And then I've got 1 water bottle right here. I'm using the 25-ounce water bottles. I'm not sure what Cruise Bike had designed here or meant to go in the front. But I had to make a little bracket to relocate the mounting holes so I could get a 25-ounce, and this actually comes out just perfect with the handlebars. Hey, so I was able to get the bike into the car. I'm taking my wife's car. It's a Toyota Camry, because I don't want the bike outside overnight, and this way I can keep it in the car locked up. So as you can see, I've got that thing kind of slid in there. The seats are down. The back of it slid up towards the back, and then I was able to work in the front bracket. The problem is you have to take both tires off. Like, there's no way, I couldn't figure out a way. There's this, to work that around to get the handlebars in there, because that front end is so big on that thing. You just gotta take both tires off, which I'm kind of bummed about. But I've got the bracket up, so I'm hoping that it won't mess up any of the tuning, because I know this little aluminum piece where it connects into the bottom bracket, that thing has bent, and I've actually bent that when I fell. So I'm hoping that if I keep that up, that'll minimize any possible changes, so my gears work tomorrow during the race. Hey, so the Hotter Than Hell 100 was quite an experience. It's a very large event with lots of people around. And I knew that going in, but I didn't realize how big it was going to be. In fact, I kind of had that fight or flight urge, when you first get there and realize how many people are there. So the morning started out, though, I really had a lot of trouble sleeping that night. So I actually got up at about 4 a.m. and packed all my stuff up and went over to the event center. It opened at 5. And so I did get an opportunity to go and have breakfast, which I think in retrospect was a very good idea. Because it just gives yourself a chance. It gave me a chance to kind of calm down and kind of get used to, kind of let my body get warmed up and ready to ride. And I was pretty wired. So once I got the bike put together, I did pull it out of the car, got it put together. I helped a couple of other riders air up their tires as well. So started riding to the start line. They do have a completely separate section. They have a pace group where you can pay to get basically pro support throughout the race. So those guys started first, and then the recumbents and tandems, they got to start second, which was actually really, really cool. They even had separate lanes blocked off. So if you didn't get there early, you could still basically ride straight up to the front, get into your group, and get ready for the race. And that was actually really nice. I would say there were maybe 60 to 100 bicycles in that one group, so fairly small group. And I want to say we got like a 2-3 minute head start over the regular riders. In fact, I never saw the regular riders again after we started.
Be careful out there, gentlemen. Good luck, Doc. Have a good day. Well done. Woo!
Riding with a tandem was a completely new experience. I would almost say the tandems, they're a lot closer riding profile to the recumbent. I mean, when those guys take off, they're running easily 25 miles an hour, which is pretty comfortable to stay with them on a cruise bike, especially if you're drafting, because there's a nice draft behind them. But also on the uphill, they're a little slower on the uphill, but they're really fast on the downhill. So I felt like it actually matched really well with the recumbent kind of ride profile or the cruise bike ride profile. I did see three other cruise bikes there, and then I ended up riding with about two other Bashetta bikes, recumbents, which they're a lot different than what I thought they would be. There's quite a bit more draft behind them. I mean, they're almost, I would say, almost equivalent to an upright bike from a drafting standpoint. The roads are actually much better than I thought they would be. One thing I did not expect, the wind is quite a bit stronger there. So you've got a really nice tailwind starting out, and then when you turn, and especially going along the top of the course, we had kind of a crosswind, almost a headwind, but mostly a crosswind, which was really different because it's fairly gusty. So you're kind of waving a little bit as you ride. About 20 miles in, there's a turn to your right, and then there's a long straightaway section where you're heading north. And unfortunately, I missed the left turn to get onto the 100-mile course. But anyway, so finished the race about 10:30. Finished very frustrated. And then I went ahead and drove home. So I guess next year will be my first year to do the Hotter Than Hell 100 mile and not as opposed to the 100K.